My keys are loud. Okay. Almost the afternoon, but not quite yet. Good morning, everyone. I'll say that again. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I am so honored to be here at Constitution Day at SUNY Erie City Campus. I, Alonda Geathers, am your SGA president, and I just want to welcome all of you to this wonderful occasion and event. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you. So, I'm not going to give you too much about Constitution Day. I know a lot of you have done your due diligence and researched why we're here. The reason why we're here is because of what took place on Constitution Day allows for all of us to sit here. I am just here to officially welcome you as your SGA president in collaboration with, it's such a long title, so let me read it out. In collaboration with the Applied Learning and Global Engagement Department, we welcome you to Constitution Day. And now I turn the event over to Ms. Regina.
Good morning, everyone. So for you, those of you who don't know me, my name's Regina Lettieri, and I coordinate the service learning projects here on campus. So my role is to assist faculty with the coordination of service or community service and engagement into their course curriculum. And the event today about the Constitution and Constitution Day is centered around us not only celebrating our Constitution of the United States, but also to celebrate the diversity of our student population. I think it's a really important time that we all recognize that we're all here together from different areas and different countries, and that we work together and unite as one. So that's kind of the philosophy behind the whole Constitution Day presentation, and I'm super excited to have you all here. So I worked closely with two faculty members from our EAL program. One is Miss Olga Gould and the other is Miss Maria Masfera. And they worked with their students last semester in writing essays regarding the Constitution of the United States and did comparisons of the Constitution in the countries that they came from. So that's what the main event is, or the program today is going to be the students presenting their essays. Unfortunately, Miss Maria was unable to attend this morning as she was teaching a class, but she did send me an email and she asked me to share this, her sentiments this morning, so I wanted to share this. So here are the words from the plaque of Lady Liberty. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Oh. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore, send these, the homeless tempest tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door of the Statue of Liberty at Ellis Island. This hit home to me. My grandparents came here as we all had people come from other countries for freedom in the United States. I welcome you all. I commend the students for being proud enough to stand here and read their essays. Please enjoy the rest of the presentation. I'd like to welcome Khadija Darman to read her essay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Khadija Darman, and I'm from Afghanistan. Afghanistan had civil war more than 40 years. People were living throughout the war and they didn't know what the peace was. Many of them lost family members like husbands, fathers, sisters, mothers, children, and brothers. War caused people use guns instead of pen and book. On the other hand, United States government were working on higher education and economy. People were living in peace and love. The government brought safety and security for their people. Therefore, now United States is one of the most powerful countries in the world. Everyone's dream country, and United States people are so lucky that have peace. In 1992, right at the middle of the civil war in Afghanistan, a group that called Taliban started fighting with the government. Then Taliban started attacking on the group that called Mujahideen in Kabul. They achieved many victories against the groups and government. They catch and execute Dr. Najibullah, the president of the time. He was working to make peace between the groups, but he had gone. During that nightmare, my father sent my older brother and sister to the other city from capital city because Taliban were killing young boys and kidnapping the young girls. My parents and other brother stayed in the Kabul to keep their property and lands. They spent almost 1 week in the basement to keep themselves safe. After some days, my parents realized that they couldn't stay in the Kabul too, so they decided to move from their home to a safer place. They couldn't drive in the city, therefore they started to walk under the snow and cold weather. After a while, my mother got tired because she was carrying her baby girl, and it was difficult to walk in the snow. She was crying and walking after my father. They could hear the gun shooting and explosion. My mother was disappointed of being rescued from those fire. She thought at least to save her baby. She put the baby in the corner of a wall, maybe to save her from the fires and war. After a while, my father asked my mother, "Where is the baby?" She answered, "I left her in a safe corner." My father ran back for the baby. He found her and hugged her. They were both crying. After 7 hours of walking, they found a car and a driver to drive them to airport. They flight from Kabul and joined my brother and sisters. This is the only one of the story from Afghan people. It would be thousands sadness real story that happened during the civil war, and until now it's continue. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Afsana Rahman.
Hello everyone, I'm Afsana Rahman, and today I'm going to present my constitution essay, and you will know the differences between two countries' constitution. In this essay, I will talk about similarity and differences of the United States and Bangladesh constitution. The constitution of the both countries are very different. The constitution of Bangladesh was adopted in 1972. Declaration date is January 11, 1972. The constitution represents Bangladesh as democratic republic and the nation. All the power is in the hand of Bangladeshi people and characterize basic political principle of the state. It stands for the fundamental rights of the citizens, and the United States signed the Constitution on September 17, 1787. The United States Constitution talks about freedom, justice, and liberty. People must maintain and avoid the government law. The rules of Constitution are very strict, so we should follow the rules of Constitution. The Constitution of the both countries talk about human rights, human parity, judgment, freedom, education, medication, benefits, etc. Bangladesh shall give equality of opportunity to all the citizens. A human-based approach to development is a framework which integrates human rights standards and principles into development program and process according to Boshen and Martin. The United States gives people equal opportunity to both men and women. The people who have better job gets vacation, promotion, medication, and other opportunities. In the United States, men and women both have equal rights. Men and women can work anytime, anywhere. However, Bangladesh government give more power to men rather than to women. A woman cannot get out the house after 10 p.m. as it is unsafe for Bangladeshi women. Acid is used because men don't want to kill, they want disfigure, according to Haq and Ahsan. American government gives people free medication and medicine. But if anyone has high income, they must pay for medication. In Bangladesh, a person has to pay doctor all fees. Patient also must pay for medicine. Sometimes patient cannot afford the required amount. American children make their own decision after 18. In Bangladesh, in America, nobody can force a child to do anything after the age of 18. In Bangladesh, children cannot make their own decision. Instead, their parents make their decision for them. Bangladeshi law says that parents can make decision because they have rights. Bangladesh has the highest rates of early child marriage of girls. Some uneducated people do not understand the early marriage issue, so they force their children to get married. Now it's rare that government take action and people get educated. Family, social, culture, values, and practice have expensive effect on early age at the first marriage in society, according to Udin. In conclusion, we have to understand the constitution of our country and the laws. In that case, the government guarantees the certain basic rights of citizens. A person in country can agree upon the basic ways which they want to the country to be governed. The constitution is important because it protects individual freedom and human rights. The constitution limits the power of the government and establish balance system. Thank you.
Robabe.
Hello, my name is Robabe Qurbanzadeh. I'm from Afghanistan. Today I want to present my constitution essay. I want to compare the constitution of Afghanistan and the United States in terms of women's rights. Equal rights are the absolute rights of everyone. Women, like everyone else, are entitled to the rights they have been given in some countries, such as the United States. And they are denied in some countries, such as Afghanistan. In some cases, seems that these rights are embodied in the Constitution, but unfortunately, neither the government nor the people follow such laws as women's rights in Afghanistan. The Constitution and the government of the United States are serious about women's rights and respect their rights, while the government of Afghanistan and its constitution have discounted these rights. Or if they are enshrined in the constitution, the laws are often ignored by the people and government. Here, I want to point out a few of them, such as the right to marry, the right to travel abroad or work outside, and the right to continue education. In contrast, there is no law for the free marriage of a girl in Afghanistan. For example, if a girl or a woman intends to marry, she cannot do this without her parents' permission. Even if her father or mother is not alive, she must have the permission of her older brother or her uncle. Otherwise, no office or institution will record their marriage. This means that her marriage should be fully monitored and with the permission of her relatives. If a girl has a relationship with someone without her family's notice, she will be convicted and the law will deal with her. She may even be sent to jail. Women's human rights were and are being violated in Afghanistan regardless of who governed the country: kings, secular rulers, Mujahideen or Taliban, or the incumbent internationally backed government of Karzai, according to Shah 2005. While in the United States, women are allowed to be in a relationship with whomever they desire, even without the permission of parents or relatives. Furthermore, having a child before marriage will be the worst offense for a woman in Afghanistan. while women in the United States have the right to be a mother even before marriage, as opposite to Afghanistan. Second difference, not having permission to travel abroad or work overseas. For instance, a girl or woman in Afghanistan is not allowed to travel abroad without the consent of her parents or legal guardian, even if she is an adult. Imagine a woman who has a great position in a company, but she needs permission from her husband or parents to go on a trip abroad. On the other hand, women in the US can freely travel to any country they like without any permission. Also, we need to ensure effective security protection for women in prominent position in the administration and women human rights defenders and hold accountable perpetrators of violent attacks, according to Ahmadi 2015. Meanwhile, if a woman encounters a problem like this with her spouse and goes to the government or court to get her right, then the government will give her husband the right because the law is based on religion. Unlike in the United States, women enjoy equal rights regardless of religion or gender. Next difference. The most important thing in every person's life is her or his education, and this is the right of every girl in continue her education. Yet, unfortunately, in Afghanistan, the continued education of girls, like many other things, depends on the permission of her family. For example, a father or brother can easily prevent a girl from her education, and if she is married, her spouse can too. In contrast, every girl has the right of continuing education in the US. While men's status in Afghanistan has improved in urban areas, it has not gotten better in rural areas, and in many cases has even worse. He says that $8 often do not reach Afghans, and the development project need to be done with local cooperation and control. He concludes that troops in Afghanistan sometimes make things worse for women by encouraging men to put even tighter structure on their wives in reaction to the spouse presence of foreign troops, according to Walti. In conclusion, women's rights have been significantly overlooked in Afghanistan. In the US Constitution, women's rights are much higher than in Afghanistan. The international community and human rights organizations need to work harder on the rights of women in Afghanistan so women can achieve their rights. Thank you.
Andre?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear students. My name is Andriy Zvaric, and today I'm from Ukraine, and today I'm going to present you a comparative analysis of the Constitution of United States and my native country, Constitution of Ukraine. So the Constitution of United States was created and signed on September 17, 1787 by delegates to the Constitution Convention in Philadelphia. So this constitution was signed over 200 years ago, and this is one of the oldest constitutions in the world. On the other hand, the Constitution of Ukraine was adopted and ratified at the 5th session of the Verkhovna Rada on June 28, 1996. So the Constitution of Ukraine is a lot younger than the Constitution of United States. Despite the fact that the American Constitution is much older than Ukrainian Constitution, I would like to add some articles to the American Constitution. What are these articles about? Based on the research data, which I have found in the articles about the Ukrainian Constitution, all citizens have a right to free health care, higher education, and right for pregnant women. The last one, right for pregnant women, you might not find in the Constitution, but you will find in the Labor Code of Ukraine. So I will be discussing these three important elements, which, as I suggest, need to be incorporated in the Constitution of the United States. My suggestion to improve the Constitution of the United States of America. First of all, free health care is necessary. The Article 49, the Constitution of Ukraine, says, the state creates conditions for effective medical service accessible to all citizens. State and communal health protection institutions provide medical care free of charge. So in Ukraine, at any time, you can get to the hospital and receive the highest quality medical service free of charge. When you come to the hospital, you go to the reception desk and notify the doctor about your needs. After that, they will give you the piece of paper which says where you can find the doctor. Then you go to the doctor office and she will help you. So in Ukraine, if you need to visit a doctor, you can do it anytime you are free, and you don't need any health insurance at all. In addition to first paragraph, in my country, you can also get absolutely free education. We know that in America, preschool, middle school, and high school are also free. Yet, what do we know about higher education in colleges and universities? There is no free higher education in America. In contrast to the United States Constitution, my country constitution does provide right for free higher education. So the Article 53 and the Constitution of Ukraine said, the state ensures accessible and free preschool, complete general, secondary, vocational, and higher education in state and communal educational establishment. Furthermore, you can get scholarship and government will pay you for your success. All that you require of student is to maintain grades B+, A-, and A. Then they will be able to get the scholarship. Besides this, they do not need to buy any book. You can find any books in the university library and use them as long as you need them. Consequently, the Constitution of Ukraine, which gives the right to free higher education, is valuable benefit for all citizens. Finally, there are rights for pregnant women. It is hard to imagine that women cannot spend enough time with their babies. American women have a choice to leave a job or keep working until they give birth to their child or children. If you leave a job, the employer will not guarantee that when you come back, you will work in her company. In another situation, when you keep working until you give birth to a child or children, the employer will give you only a couple of weeks to stay with your baby, and after that you must start working. In contrast, the government in my country took care of the right of pregnant women. Unfortunately, this is not stated in the Constitution, but this right can be found in the Labor Code of Ukraine. This code says that on the ground of medical opinion, women shall be granted a paid maternity leave for 70 calendar days prior to childbirth and 56 in case of birth of 2 and more children, and in case of birth difficulty, 70 calendar days as from the day of birth. One can see that in Ukraine, depending on the circumstances, the employer has to pay full paycheck to pregnant women at least 126 days. Parallel to this, after the birth of a child, parents receive financial aid from the government in the amount of 41,280 hryvnia. It's Ukrainian currency. Other benefits for women in Ukraine are that women can stay at home with their baby until she reaches 3 years of age. I think this is a good law for Ukrainian women because when a baby is born, she needs a lot of maternal attention. So to summarize above this comparative analysis of the American Constitution and Ukrainian Constitution, I described 3 important elements that I recommend to be added to the American Constitution. There are free education, free medical treatment, and the right of pregnant women. Adding this provision to the Constitution might make life easier for all Americans. They will forget about such problems as paying a student loan or paying medical insurance. Most importantly, women will be able to give more attention to their newborn children without thinking about their need to start working soon after the birth of their child. I believe this provision will provide equal access to education and medical care for all residents, and women will be able to give more time to their newborn baby because maternal love is important in the first day of the baby's life. Thank you so much for your attention.
Can we give another round of applause for the students for their essays and presentations today? Thank you. I'd like to invite up Angel to the podium today to read the preamble. Angel's one of our Student Government Association officers here at City Campus.
Is it after 12? Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Angel May. I'm the SGA secretary. Ooh, I had not planned on being on stage, so my nerves. Okay. I would like to recite the preamble for the Constitution of the United States to the best of my ability at this point. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome Ashley to the stage. She's the event coordinator and student government.
Hello, everyone. My name's Ashley. I just want to say that we appreciate you guys so much for coming today. It really means a lot to us, and I'm sure it means a lot to the students as well. Your stories were all beautiful, and we really thank each one of you for sharing. It was very powerful. At this time, we would like to invite you to head upstairs and have some food on behalf of SGA. Thank you all for coming.
No, I don't know.